Hi, I'm Cheryl Chapman and you're watching Cheryl TV, the place to be if you want to learn how to choose a life of freedom. So today's Follow Up Friday, where it's all about following up on questions that have come from you. Today's question comes from Jason, and he writes, I have a question, Cheryl, for your Follow Up Friday piece. How can I be confident without being cocky? Well, Jensen, thank you for a very short but brilliant question. I guess we need to first understand what confidence is and what cockiness is. So the definition of confidence is feeling or showing certainty about something. For example, your abilities or your qualities. Whereas cocky is being excessively proud of yourself, vain, or if you like, conceited. So where does the word cocky come from? Well, you know I always give you a how to impress your friends at a dinner party piece. Well, you'll be able to amaze them with this. Now, the word cocky, which in English was originally spelled C-O-C-C, was first used in the Middle Ages, and it was to describe a pert boy who would walk around like a cockerel, or a cock if you like for short. Now, cocky is a slight extension of the word cock. Pardon the pun. So now we know the two meanings of the word, it can help us because there's a clear difference between being confident and being cocky. Would you agree? As a motivational speaker, I meet many people across the world, and I'm sure, like me, you can always tell the confident ones. The confident speakers, for example, are the ones who are willing to share what they know, but at the same time, they're also willing to share what they don't. My original mentor, Andy Harrington, always said, as a speaker, you should feel comfortable sharing 3 Fs. So that's your firsts, your faults, and you've guessed it, your... The reason being is that we're all human. I mean, no one person is more important than another one. So by sharing these 3 Fs, you allow other people to see that you are comfortable with your successes, as well as the times when you're not so successful. And you don't have to be a speaker to do that. I'm sure, however, that you will have met, like me, someone who appears to have never made a mistake in their life. It's almost as if they're elevated on a blanket of self-hype. Now, there's no way that they would ever admit to either not knowing something or ever failing at anything. Now, these type of people are the ones that kind of look down on you. They can be condescending. And when they talk to you, there's kind of like an air of patronisation, and sometimes you might feel like they're being insincere. Now, there is a saying that says you will never stand taller than when you are stooping to help somebody else. Now, I believe that's true, but it depends on how you help other people. Because, if you like, confidence allows you to stand tall, but thinking that you have people beneath you will only make you small. So how can you be confident without appearing to tower above people, without looking down on them? I think that's the number one difference between confidence and cocky. If you think you're above others, you're not confident. You are indeed being cocky. Would that make sense to you? I mean, can you recall a time when you were on the receiving end of somebody who acted as if they were above you? Not very nice, is it? So rather than thinking about how you can avoid being cocky, let's be more positive and look at a couple of techniques you can use to stay confident. Number 1, catch yourself doing something badly. Now, no doubt you've already heard about catching yourself doing something good because that can help you to increase your confidence. But so many self-development books and courses will tell you to never allow negativity into your life. Bullshit. I mean, I agree you shouldn't fester on negativity, don't wallow in it, but if something goes wrong, it's not a failure. As the saying goes, in life, you either win or you learn. So notice when you are learning. This is when the 3 Fs come in, by the way. It reminds you that you are not superhuman, you're just human. Be real, be true, and be honest. Because in the world that we are living in at this moment in time, where you can connect to the other side of the world at the press of a button, fake people get found out through social media in a flash. Secondly, be present for others. Now, I'm sure you know the type. You're having a conversation and all you notice are the words me, and I. That's right. The person talks about themselves, and this is usually in the form of brag, coupled with no eye contact. And then if you actually manage to get a chance to talk, they finish your sentences. Now, of course, that's not you, just people you know, right? So here's a tip. Make sure that you are genuinely interested in other people. Ask them questions. Make great eye contact and allow them to speak. Because then, if you think you can help them, ask them if they would like to know your take on the situation. Because then that way, this will enable you to come from a place of sharing, of giving, rather than a place of preaching. And another one. Thirdly, surround yourself with others. Specifically, surround yourself with two types of people. A, somebody who will keep you grounded. I mean, not someone who holds you back, but someone that you respect who will tell you the truth. Now, for me, this is my sister, Gemma. Thank you, Gemma. She asks me questions. For example, why do you need to do that? Notice how it's not a, I don't think you should do that. It's not judgmental. It's merely a question that allows me to sense check my actions. And it's really great to come from someone that you trust. B, have other confident people around you. Not cocky people, of course, confident people. Now, Jim Rohn once said that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. So would it make sense to you that if you are surrounded by other confident people, that you too will be influenced by their confidence? By the way, it would be easy to spot if you were in a room full of cockiness, because quite frankly, you'd never get a word in edgeways. Of course, there are so many other ways to increase your confidence as opposed to your cockiness. If you would like to find out more about that, I'd love to share these with you on my forthcoming Happiness Masterclass. There'll be more details about that later. So here's a takeaway for you today that you might want to share with the world. Confidence comes from an inner knowing, whereas cockiness comes from outwardly showing. So are you ready to find the best in you and in others? Are you ready to be the one that serves? Or will you simply be an example of somebody who gets on everybody's nerves? Thank you, Jessen, for your question. As I said, it was short, but a very important one. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I invite you to leave a comment below, either on the topics that we've raised today. Maybe you've had a light bulb moment that you want to share, or maybe you just want to leave a question that you would like me to answer on Cheryl TV next time. Remember to live, love and laugh every day, and continue to be you and unique in every way. I'll catch you next time on Cheryl TV.